Morning, everybody. Much to my surprise, yesterday's Crushing the Crum video was actually quite popular. Looks like a lot of you enjoy the mid-tier gameplays. So, in the spirit of that, today's video, it's me. I'm playing the Kirov, which is the good tier 5 Russian premium cruiser, and I'm with my good friend Field Minotaur. He is playing the Italian, I think he was the Montecucci, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, and we're in my favorite game mode, Epicenter, but it turned out alright. Hope you enjoy this replay. Stay safe out there. Tell somebody you love them. Give somebody that needs a hug. We're all in this COVID shit together. Hope you enjoy this and have a fantastic day further. So while we wait for this game to load, let's talk a little bit about the Kirov. The Kirov is quite a bit different to the Crushing the Crum, as well as the Tier 4 Svetlana, whereas the Crushing the Crum is brimming with 130mm guns. The Kirov has quite powerful 180mm guns. And what I really appreciate at this low tier is that they do reach out quite far. To the point where they sometimes rival the tier 7, tier 8 light cruisers that I've played through. One of the big things with the Kirov you've got to watch out for, it has terrible armor. So Kirov got replaced, or let's just say there was a major shakeup in the Russian tech tree around 9.5, the 9.5 patch. The Russian line split happened where you had the light and the heavy cruisers, and the cruisers Talon, Riga, Petropavlovsk got introduced. Then the Moskva as well as the Kirov became premium ships, and in place of the Moskva you've got the Alexander Nevsky now. And what was the one that replaced the Kirov? Let's have a quick look here on Wargaming's website. The Kotovsky. Oh, apologies for that. I couldn't read fast enough. Alright, so the major thing to remember with the Kirov is the terrible armor. The Kotovsky that replaced the Kirov has even worse armor, but the nice thing about the Kirov is the 180mm guns, and the Kotovsky only has 152mm. So if you were around that time and you did buy the Kirov, then they would have just moved this into a premium. Now it's Epicenter, and I'm in the middle circle here. Immediately turning out, now it's a tactic that doesn't always work on the Kirov. You really have very bad armor. Playing a match the other day, and a Julio Cesar, which you all know is simply the best tier 5 battleship that there is. I've featured many a replay with the Julio Cesar. She is just the best tier 5 battleship that there is. And I got death struck. I couldn't turn out quick enough. And yeah, it just ripped me an absolute new one. You'll see the blue shell tracers here as a fire at that Shepard. And those 6 hits. And our New York pops here, Pensacola. So I'm still fighting for this middle ring here. Looks like I might just be able to capture it. Give me 1 second. Boom, there we have it. So I set a fire on that Koenig, and immediately the Koenig damage controls it. And we know what we do to battleships that damage control a single fire. We try and set many more fires on them. Now this map is not the easiest map to play, and in Epicenter mode it's also quite even more difficult. And as you notice there, that Koenig just hits me with 1 or 2 shells, and a third of my health is gone. Now that said, this Farragut has left a large smoke screen here, and I get a perma fire on that Koenig. And remember that Koenig damage controlled the single fire. The other thing about the Kirov being seen as a premium is that you can transfer captains in it. So basically you can train up any of your captains without any penalties in premium ships. And you'll see the blue shell tracers here. And I am using one of the Alexander of Chenkin special captains that were issued a while back. I'm using him here, and he's an 18-pointer working on his last point. So yeah, it's a little bit of a I wouldn't call it a dick move, but it's a little bit unfair to use an almost 19-point captain against other tier 5s who probably don't have it. So there's a Koenig on fire. We lose an Omaha to New Mexico. And we are 2 ships down to 1. Now, one of my favorite aspects is I get another fire on that Koenig. One of my favorite aspects on Kirov is that it also has hydroacoustic search. Everybody knows how much I attract torpedoes. Ooh, double fire on that New Mexico. And he hasn't put it out, which makes me believe that he has used his damage control before, and it's on cooldown. Need to lead him a little bit more. Oops. Nuremberg kills our New York, and we are 3 down. It's not looking good. Managed to get another 7 hits in there. This Koenig is coming around. I managed to burn down that New Mexico, and there's my first kill of the match. At least we're now 2 kills up to 3. Nope, Nuremberg kills the Nuremberg. Now we are 4 down to 2. Jeez, guys, how much work do I have to do in this match? Other tier 5s were easy. So the Koenig is turning back in, and sometimes one of the things you have to remember at Epicenter is you don't have to stay in the rings. I mean, if the DDs can contest, you can pick them all out. And as you see the guy there type, damn guys, get in the ring. No, when this Koenig dies, it should be able to get us some more points. Unfortunately, the Königsberg controls our Bayern, and we're a few more ships down. Farragut manages to finish off that Koenig, and we're at 385 versus 400 points. So that little Shepard has been running up and down that little area there, just spamming HE. And how much more he can do? I mean, without smoke and the best concealment, he's at a slight disadvantage versus some of the other ships. Now my good friend Field Minotaur, as I said in the intro, he's in this match with me, and he's now started to block the center cap, and he's in his Montecucci, Montecuccolio, whatever you want to call the flippin' Italian cruiser. What an interesting cruiser. It's not one of the worst ones out there. It's not the best one either. And that Shepard is living on literally duct tape. Minnow gets the Shepard. Well done, my friend. And we've managed to pull the score back. Here I did warn him that there is a Nuremberg coming in, and that he should be a little bit worried there. And even though they've had the circles, we are now 20 points up. And that's mostly due to the ship composition that they've killed versus what we've killed. 7 hits on those Nuremberg, including an incapacitation. What the Kirov lacks in armor, she absolutely makes up for in his guns. I take out one of his guns. And around here I probably should have fired AP, but he's so close to death, not even worth it, and I get my second kill. So we're now starting to pull it back. There is a Königsberg on that side of the island, so I can't push too aggressively. Minnow decides to roll some smoke just to get him some cover as he relocates. And we're blocking... Ooh, there's a Mutsuki. So we're blocking the center ring. And there's a little Mutsuki. Of course, I fire up Hydra immediately. Get a fire and an incapacitation. He's trying to smoke up. Not sure how I could see him. Probably because of the fire. Doesn't look like he has lost stand yet. There, Piotr Veliki kills our Pensacola. Oh, and the Farragut steals my Mutsuki kills. Let's just say he secured it. Know that Piotr Veliki is the one ship in this match that I am incredibly afraid of. That thing will dev strike me. It's almost as good as its tier 6 counterpart, the Ismail. And you've all seen my Ismail replay. I got a defense expert and tanked a ridiculous amount as the carriers decided that they wanted to kill me. No, I call it this as an email came in. I need to deactivate that. Right, so they've got the CV, the Königsberg, the Piotr Veliki, and a König out there. The König is going wide and seems to be chasing our Congo. So my biggest concern here is this Piotr Veliki. The Königsberg, Ace of Wizards, just took a massive, massive hit. Oh, and I got Confederate. Ah, awesome. Piotr Veliki is doing what he can. The König kills the Königsberg. Say that fast 3 times. And we are now, luckily, 3 ships up. I'm back to capturing the middle ring. And I see the König. And I can't push the Piotr Veliki. I have to be a little bit careful. This König seems to be firing HE at our Congo. So I say to Mino, look, I'm not going to push at Piotr Veliki. Just secure the center for us. I'm going to farm this König a little bit. Get the middle ring. And then I'll see what I can do for this Piotr Veliki. The CV has basically ignored myself and Mino in this match. Not 100% sure why. Probably we're a bit too agile and it's easier to... it's easier to strike the battleships. This König is going to go behind the island there. And like all the Russian guns, flat arcs, I can't get over it. If that was, say in Omaha, I could have probably shot over the island. Now the Piotr Veliki has been pushed out from behind the island by our other König. And it looks like the Farragut. And is now being pushed into me. Now I've got to be super, super careful because, I mean, he can punch through my nose and really hurt me. Luckily, his guns are not turned towards me. Our Congo kills that König out wide there. Looks like the Farragut is absolutely going to town there. He is healing, as you can see. Points down, points up, points down, points up. He manages to damage control the fire. The Ranger comes in for a torpedo strike, but I managed to secure the kill. The Piotr Veliki did take a Farragut with him, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But luckily he is now down, and it is only the enemy CV remaining. Now this CV has not been spotted during the entire match. And I can almost guarantee you he's in the J line, sort of J5, J6 behind that island over there. We managed to secure the outer ring. The points are ticking fairly aggressively. We're at 915. And I mean, if we look at this, I've got 2 caps. Oh, yes, just as I expected, he was there, and now is now moving in J4, trying to get away. Congo, and our Ranger is chasing him. But the points are ticking far too fast, and we're going to win this in the next couple of seconds. 995. Boom. And we win it. So let's look at the after stats. I managed 96,700 damage in a tier 5. 436,000 credits. That is amazing credits for a tier 5. 3 kills, 4 incapacitations, 10 fires, 2 assisted captures, and a lone capture as well as Confederate. And I really enjoy the Kirov. And if we look at the team stats, you see my friend Field Minotaur in his Montecucciculio, he was 5th, and the Kirov right at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed this quick tier 5 replay. Next week, I've got some amazing tier 10s, Richthofen, Venezia, and Zal game that I'll share with you. And I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend when we'll see you for Strategy Sunday. Take care. Cheers.